guess we wanted something that was nice to look at but as well as nice to hold. So they've got sort of like a subtle curve at the bottom which is easy to hold in your hand. So it's all very intuitive and comfortable and quite organic. Organic with a bit of geometry in it as well, so all the top ends were slanted as opposed to just having it at the same level. So not so off the shelf, clean line, just something with a little bit more added detail. So that was just really based on my attraction, I guess, to ceramics and glassware and just wanting to make something with my own hands as well and still be able to do all the drawing, the CAD work and the computer design behind it, but then actually getting physical and doing the making as well. So after drawing them and CADing them up, I then got them rapid prototype just to see them in the 3D form. And from there we used the prototypes and made some casting moulds. I didn't have any prior experience with ceramics as well, so it was a bit of a learning process. Being able to explore sort of process with different materials, how we could shape them into the forms we wanted, or knowing how the material can be used effectively. Used to make them in our garage, but then because of the time it took to actually cast the pieces, wait for the pieces to dry, send them out, get fired, bring them back, that as well as my time and managing that, it was cheaper to find someone to outsource the manufacturing to, so then we sent them to a manufacturer on the central coast. So from the ceramics then I sort of transferred the form into glassware. The glassware was a little bit tricky from the start because coming from industrial design background where everything's sort of designed to measurements, and then working with the glassblowers who were more artists and sculptural who would just sort of take a bit of creative freedom on it. That was hard to get them to be able to produce X amount of pieces the same, so you'd have a collection as such. So I had some wooden moulds made, as well as had some cutting jigs made, and then we used those to get the consistency of the design. I think that's why it's good having like local manufacturing, so you can be on site and you can work with the makers to get the outcome that you want. These were a personal design of mine, which we then put into the company of EB Group with Dominic, my partner, and then started the rest of our homewares and lighting and furniture collection. We do have a similar aesthetic in that we like sort of simple minimalism design, but yet something that's quite classic looking as well. We might start with some free-forming sketches or think of a material and sort of see where that goes. Usually we sort of just do our own little thing on the side and wait till we're happy with it and then come together.
See what works, and we find one that we can move on, and we'll say, okay, let's explore this. This could be good. So with the Spun lamp, the inspiration came up from a spinning top.
So we wanted to do something sort of fun and oversized that people could play around with in their home. It was originally meant to be made of wood that was a bit more sort of durable, so you could sort of spin it around on the floor, but manufacturing wise, the wood turners advised not to do it because the wood would grow.
It's not practical because the tolerance we needed wouldn't allow for that. And I guess limitation also makes us push more for innovation. And so we refined it, and we decided to use metal instead of wood and frosted glass instead of plastic.
So we turned into a more sort of sophisticated, like elegant idea of
from a playful
toy.
idea.
Yeah.
This product has been quite a process, quite a long journey.
It took about 12 months from the concept to production order.
We imagined a shorter time frame, but I think because we kept pushing for little details to be changed and to be refined, to be fixed, that took up a bit of time.
We also added in 2 new sizes as well, so it wasn't just one product. There were 3 sizes, which means 3 different moulds and metal and glass production as well. We also, through the moulding process, we removed any sort of screws and fasteners, so the product just fits together without any assembly.
We never expected it to do as well it did, in terms of the international publicity we had.
And I think because we've had a lot of compliments on the gold and silver this year, we've made a copper version. It's a bit softer, suits a bit more of those modern industrial sort of living spaces as well. So just adapting to what our sort of consumers are looking for as well.